Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I am gonna do a declutter. So I did a lip declutter maybe a couple months ago at this point. So I'm just gonna go through and start going through the rest of my makeup collection. So I was gonna hold off and do this more, maybe towards the end of the year a little bit, but honestly, I just feel like it needs to be done. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So today my goal will be primers, setting sprays, and foundation and concealer. Now, I did film this video yesterday. I went through and I filmed it and I decluttered, and I actually even the stuff that needed to be passed on to others, I wiped it all down. The stuff that just had to go in the garbage, I put in my empties bin. And then I went to edit the footage and it was no good. So I am refilming this video today. So if it seems like I'm making decisions real quick, just know that that wasn't the case yesterday. I really went back and forth on some of these products, but I made decisions yesterday. So unfortunately, I was unable to use that footage, so we'll just refilm it today and go from there. So again, I'm gonna do my primers, setting sprays, foundation and concealer, and then I'll do another video, I think, and try to get through like blush, bronzer, highlight, and then another video where I go through probably face palettes. Honestly, I probably have 30 face palettes, so that will be its own separate video. That one will be hard for me. I don't use them, but I love them. And then maybe I'll do eye products last, something like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoy declutter videos as much as I do. I know I say it for every video, but these are some of my favorite to watch. So let's get into it. Okay, so there's all of my primers. Like I said, I did already go through these, so it's gonna be fairly quick. I kind of know what I'm doing with all of them. So I'll just start at the back here. So this one from Laura Mercier, I got it recently in a BoxyCharm in my premium June box actually, and I've worn it a couple of times, and I feel like because it has SPF in it, that's what it looks like on my skin. So when I put this on, it makes my makeup look greasy. And so I don't like it. And it's full, it's brand new. I'm sure somebody else would appreciate it. I feel like I have super dry skin. So if this doesn't work for me, I just don't know how it's gonna work for anyone, but I will pass this on. One that I'm gonna keep is this one from Kaja. This is the Dream Puff Radiant Primer. I really enjoy this product. You can't get it anymore, I don't think, but I really like it as an illuminating primer. And you know what? I kind of like that whipped mousse texture that it comes out with, so I'm gonna keep that one. This one is from The Ordinary. It's the high adhesive silicone primer. I'm gonna keep this. This is brand new. I just got it in the mail. I just recently used one of these up. I absolutely love this primer. It works so well for me. So keeping that one. I'm also gonna keep both the ones I have from Becca. So I have this one, Velvet Blurring Primer. Gonna keep that because it's pretty new to me. And then I have a mini of the Backlight Priming Filter. I'm also gonna keep that one. Those are new to me. I have this one from Glow Recipe. This is just, it's new to me. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna keep that one. I am going to keep this one from ColourPop. It's the Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid. I've used a bit of it, not a ton. It's not as hydrating as I would like it to be, but there's nothing wrong with it. It is hydrating. It does work really well, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to get rid of this one from Shop Miss A. I don't reach for the Shop Miss A stuff. I can't even really say why, but I don't reach for this. So I'm going to get rid of that one, or pass it on. And then I have this one as well from Shop Miss A that I'm gonna pass on. This Putty Primer from e.l.f. I'm gonna keep. It's one of my favorites. It works really well at filling in where my pores are a little bit enlarged. So I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep this one from Tarte. This is a mini of the Timeless Smoothing Primer. I love this product. It's one of my favorites. Again, very similar to the e.l.f. one. So I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna get rid of this Jelly Pop one. I will try to show you. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I think it's just turned. I think it's gone bad. I did use it a little bit. You can see I'm maybe a third of the way through, maybe a quarter, but it's gone kind of cloudy and funny inside here. I have had this quite a while, so I'm just gonna throw that one out. I'm gonna pass this on. It's the Dragon Beauty color corrector. I just don't use color correctors. Actually, I'm gonna throw this out because it has the doe foot, and so I don't want to pass that on. It maybe if I had a really close family member who I thought would use this, but I don't, and so I'm just gonna throw it out. I have a little mini sample pack of the Milk Hydro Grip. I've tried this before. It just doesn't work for me, so I'm gonna pass that one on. I am keeping the Becca. This is the Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I'm gonna keep it. I really like it. I use it quite a bit. And it's pretty new to me, as well as this one from Becca. So most of the Becca stuff I'm gonna keep. I just sort of recently purchased it. A couple that I'm gonna pass on is this one from LMS. It says it's a glowy priming moisturizer. I actually find this incredibly drying and it just doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna pass that one on. It's pretty much brand new. And I'm also gonna pass on this one from Rodial. It's the Soft Focus Glow Drops. I just don't reach for them. You can see I have used quite a bit of that, maybe almost half of it, but I do prefer the Kaja one if I want something illuminating. So I'm gonna pass that one on. This one from Clarins is probably one of the newest into my collection. I just bought it in the most recent Boxy pop-up. It is a pore filling primer. Oh, there. Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. I'm really enjoying it. It very much reminds me of the Tarte one. So I'm gonna keep that one. I have two sample size ones from Tarte. Both of these are just hydrating primers. I am gonna keep both of them. I haven't tried this one yet, but this one, this Double Duty Beauty one, I am kind of almost done. So I'm gonna keep both of those to use them up. I have this sample one from Rare Beauty. I just don't like this. I also find this very drying. So I'm gonna pass that one along because I've only used it a couple of times. This one from Farsali. It's the Unicorn Essence, and I feel like it's more of a skincare product for me than a primer. So I'm gonna move this into my bathroom and use it just as a serum, just as an antioxidant serum, just to use it up. Of course, this one from Bobbi Brown, the Vitamin Enriched Face Base, one of my all-time favorite products. I'm keeping that. This No Problem Primer from Touch in Sol, I don't use it very often, but I will say I've had it too long to pass on, and every once in a while I do reach for it if I'm looking for something that feels very silicone-y. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm also gonna keep this one from Hylamide. It's the HA Blur. I've just only had it a little bit. It's pretty new to me, and I want to give it a few more goes. I haven't used it a ton. And I'm also going to keep this one from Touch in Sol. It's the Icy Sherbet Primer. It's not my favorite Touch in Sol product, but I am going to keep it because I have just had it a little bit and I want to get some use out of it. And then I have this one as well from Touch in Sol. This is the Glassy Skin Balm. That's probably my favorite Touch in Sol primer that I have. So that one's in my project pan right now. I'm going to keep that one as well. So there, we've got some products we're going to pass on, some products that are going to go in the garbage, and then these are the primers that I'm keeping. So still quite a few, maybe too many, but there we go. Those are the ones I'm keeping. Okay, here is all my setting sprays. So I do know that I'm keeping almost all of these. Some of them are new to my collection, and there's really only one that I'm gonna pass along. It's this one from Shop Miss A. I don't like the sprayer at all. This nozzle is terrible on this, but it is almost a full little bottle, so I'll pass that one on. The rest of these I'm gonna keep. So I have this one from Glow Recipe. This is my #1 setting mist right now. I love how hydrating it is. I love the smell, I love the mister. I just love everything about this product, so keeping that. This one from e.l.f., I'm not using it a ton right now because it's kind of been bumped out by some others, but it is a really nice setting mist. It's the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I really like it. It makes my makeup just sort of melt together, and it is very hydrating on my skin, so keeping that. I have this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a mini, and you can see I've almost used it up, so I'll keep it and use it up. It is really nice at prolonging the wear of my makeup, but it's so expensive and I just blow through those containers. I have this one from Cover FX. This is probably my most repurchased setting mist. It's the Illuminating setting spray. I really like this product, but it is incredibly illuminating. So just if you're gonna try this, be aware of that this is the most illuminating setting mist I have ever tried. I love it, but yeah, they do have other versions. Of course, you can't get Cover FX at Sephora anymore, so I have to go right on the website to purchase that. I have this little mini one from Cover FX that I recently ordered in the Boxy pop-up sale. I actually thought it was gonna be the same size. Yeah, I thought those were gonna be the same size, but it isn't, it's little. This is the Aquamarine Plus Hydrating Crystal Infused Elixir Mist. I'm gonna keep this over here on my makeup desk for a little while and try it as a setting spray, but I have a feeling this will end up more just as a face mist for me, and I'll keep it in my bathroom and use it, you know, prior to putting on my serums and stuff. So for now, it's gonna stay here. I have this one from Maven Beauty. It's the Rosewater Setting Spray. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't love it, but there's nothing wrong with it either, so I'll keep it and use it. It does help just to take down the powderiness, but I don't find it does anything else. I have this one from Farsali. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. It's the Rose Gold Skin Mist. I purchased this in the most recent Boxy pop-up sale. It's this really nice glass bottle. It's very heavy, it's very pretty. I've used it a few times. I don't know that the gold is necessary, but it sure is pretty when it swirls around in there. Yeah, it's a really nice setting mist. Again, I don't notice that it does anything outstanding, but I have heard that Farsali is closing, just shutting their doors. So I'm not sure if that's true or not, or just a rumor, but when I saw this in the Boxy pop-up sale, I had wanted to try it, so I grabbed one. This is interesting. This is from In Beauty, and it is their Dual Phase Setting Mist. This used to be one of my top setting sprays, like probably 2019, I would say. Let's see if we mix it up there. It's hydrating for sure, and I used to love it. So I bought it recently in the pop-up sale. When I saw it in there, I grabbed it because I thought, oh, that's right, I used to really love that setting mist, but you know what? I don't love this as much as I used to. I'm gonna keep it and I will use it up, but yeah, I just don't love it like I used to. I have this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the Dewy set. This container is sparkly, but the product inside is just a clear setting mist. It's all right. I've had one of these before. It's not my favorite. I don't love it. So I will definitely use this up. I got it in my premium July box with BoxyCharm. So I will definitely use it up, but I wouldn't repurchase. And then the last setting mist in my collection is this one from ColourPop. It's the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. It is really nice. It's hydrating. It's in my project pan. I will use it up. I wouldn't repurchase. So I feel like it's not doing much other than, you know, sort of taking down the powderiness and helping my makeup, you know, sort of blend together a little better. But yeah, I wouldn't repurchase because it's not my favorite. So I am keeping almost all of them, but I am going to pass on just that one. So here is all of my foundations and concealers. So let's go through. Now again, I did film this yesterday, so I know what I'm gonna decide, but so I have this Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer from ColourPop. This is a very, very light coverage tinted moisturizer. I don't use it a ton, but I am going to keep it because I do use it every once in a while, and at this point I've probably had it too long to pass along to someone else. I know also I'm going to keep both of these from CoverGirl. This is the Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation. I have two of them because I had one and then my girlfriend bought one, but in the wrong shade for her, so she gave it to me. I have one of these right now in my project pan. I really like this foundation. It works really well for me. It's real hit and miss with people though. I've seen some people on YouTube love it and some people not like it at all. I happen to really enjoy it, so I am gonna keep both of those. I'm gonna pass on this one from Shop Miss A. Again, just not reaching for the Shop Miss A stuff. I feel like this foundation looked okay when it went on initially, but it just didn't wear well through the day. So I'm gonna pass that on. Maybe someone can get some use out of it. This one, of course, I'm keeping. This is one of my top foundations. It's the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. I have it in shade number 3. I love this foundation. I'm also gonna keep this one from IT Cosmetics. It's the CC Cream in the Illuminating version of this. I think I prefer the regular CC Cream, but I wanted to try this Illuminating version, so I'll use it up. But I think when I repurchase, and I will, because this is one of my all-time favorite foundations, I'll just repurchase the original version of that. I'm gonna pass on this Maybelline Dream BB Fresh. It doesn't look great on my skin. I'm not reaching for it. I don't love it, but it is pretty new, and I think I've used it only, less than a handful of times. So we'll pass that one on. I'm also gonna pass this one on from Purlisse. It is their BB cream. I feel like this just looks terrible on my skin. It just looks kind of greasy and stays feeling greasy. And again, I have very dry skin, so yeah, I'm gonna pass that one along, see if somebody else would get some use out of it. I have this e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. I'm gonna pass this on. I've only used it a handful of times. Well, maybe more than a handful, but I feel like it looks good when I initially put it on. I really like it. And then as it wears through the day, I don't know if it dries out on my skin or what happens, but I'm gonna pass it along, see if somebody would get some use out of it, because it's a fairly new container. And you know what? It actually, in Canada, I don't think you can get it. So I ordered it off the e.l.f. website, but when I go on there now and look at this product, it says it doesn't deliver to Canada anymore. So pass that one along. I'm gonna keep both of these. This one is the KVD Good Apple Foundation. You know what? If I want full coverage, this is it for me. So I don't use this a ton, but I'm thinking more in the winter I might. So I'm definitely gonna keep it. I really enjoy that product. And I'm gonna keep this Skin Balm from Stila. It is quite a light coverage foundation, but a similar product to the KVD. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it. Again, it's pretty new to my collection, and when I want just, if there's days where I want light coverage and my skin is super dry, this is a great product for that. So I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep this one from e.l.f. It is their Flawless Finish Foundation. I do really enjoy this product. I don't reach for it a ton, but I'm gonna keep it just so that I have one of the e.l.f. foundations, since I'm getting rid of the other one in case I wanna do like a full face of e.l.f. products or something like that. I am gonna keep this. Again, I don't reach for it a ton. It's not my favorite foundation. I'm gonna keep the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have this right now in my project pan. Right now, it's not my favorite concealer, but there was a time when it was, and I do really enjoy this product. It has been bumped out of that top category for me by the Ordinary's concealer, but it is a really nice concealer, and so I am getting some use out of it. So keeping that, I'm gonna throw out the Maybelline Age Rewind. I've just had it too long. I had it in my project pan, and when I refreshed, I pulled it out. It just needs to go. It needs to go in the garbage, actually. So let's put garbage back there. I've got a couple of these from e.l.f. These are the Flawless Brightening Concealers. I have 2 shades. It's a very, very light. Let me get it in some better light so you can see. It's a very light coverage concealer, and so I don't wear it a ton, but I'm gonna keep this shade here, which is a little more yellow based, and get rid of this one that's a little more pink based. The one I'm getting rid of is Light 23C, and unfortunately it's just gonna have to go in the garbage because these have a little brush applicator, and so I'm not gonna pass that on to anyone. And the one I am keeping is Fair 15W. So I'm keeping that one. Okay, I'm keeping both of these from The Ordinary. This is the Serum Foundation, and this is actually from the sister brand Hylamide. It's the Photography Foundation. I mix these together, and that gives me the perfect finish. So this is more like a bronzing drop is how I would describe it. Not really a foundation, but these together work really well for me. So I'm gonna keep both of those. I'm gonna throw out this concealer from e.l.f. It's just not a great shade for me. It's very peachy, but it is the Cover Everything concealer, and that is in the shade Light. I just don't enjoy it. It doesn't look nice on my under eyes, so I'm gonna throw that out. I've had it a very long time. I am gonna keep this color corrector from e.l.f. I don't do a ton of color correcting, but every once in a while, you know, I just need to cover up a little, you know, maybe I've got a blemish or I've got a bit of discoloration. So I feel like it's handy to have, and I haven't had it that long. And it's, you know, I think it was a gift with purchase even. I don't even think I bought this, but I'm gonna keep it because that's really the only color correcting product I have. I'm gonna keep both of these concealers from The Ordinary. It's my favorite concealer. So I have this one, and then I have a backup one that I haven't opened yet. I have it in 1.2N. It is the perfect concealer for me. I absolutely love that product. I'm gonna pass along this one from Shop Mercier. Again, I just don't reach for it, but it's a brand new full container. I'm gonna keep this little mini concealer from Pretty Vulgar. I use this for spot correcting whenever I have a blemish. It works so well for that. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep this concealer from Clinique. This is the Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. It is one of my favorites, so I'm gonna for sure keep that one. I am gonna keep this little mini one from Tarte. It is the Hydro Sealer. It does crease quite a bit, but I don't mind it, and because it's such a little mini one, I think I can probably use that up, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep this one from IT Cosmetics. It's the Bye Bye Under Eye. It is crazy thick, so thick as a concealer, so I don't use it under my eyes. It makes my eyes look like I'm about 150 years old, but I do use it to spot conceal pimples every once in a while, so I'm keeping that one. I am gonna keep this. This is a little sample of the Hydraflex Foundation from Tarte. I haven't used it yet, and I just want to see what it's like. So it's not a great shade for me, which is why I haven't used it. But I do want to just use it on a day, maybe when I'm not going anywhere or doing anything, to see if I would enjoy that foundation. This is a mini of the Balm's foundation. It's not a good shade for me, and I feel like that must have sunscreen in it. Does it say? It doesn't say. Tinted Moisturizer, skincare meets color. I don't know. I feel like it must have something in it. It's such a weird product. I don't enjoy it at all, but it's a full tube, so I'll pass that on. Maybe someone will get some use out of it. And then lastly, I'm gonna keep this from Tarte. It's the Maracuja Tinted Moisturizer. I really like this product. This is just a little mini of it, but I do like it, I do use it, so keeping that. So that's all the ones I'm gonna keep there. Couple I'm gonna just throw in the garbage, and then these are the ones I'm passing on. Well, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you love declutter videos as much as I do. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, everyone.